Deep in the shadows, I know it's hard to put one foot in front of the other.
Hi guys, CeeChronicles here. Welcome to the channel. I post fragrance related content on this platform and do invite you guys to subscribe if you aren't subscribed. Now, to those who are returning, thank you so much for the continued support. We are going to review Peace and Love by Lattafa of a decant that was sent to me by Hijacent. And Hijacent did bring it to my attention that they were having some complaints about leakages, in their packaging, and they have since done something to improve that. They said it was the bottles and the pressure doing something, and then the fragrances were leaking. So now they have changed, they have added an extra protective layer, and I think they have changed the packaging from plastic to glass or glass to plastic, something along them lines. So we're going to do an extensive review, guys, on Lattafa's Peace and Love. Let me just show you where it says Peace and Love. Okay, that's where it says Peace and Love, and I'm going to tell you my thoughts. I love sampling, and from sampling I do buy full sizes after that. Let me show you actually quickly. I have since added Amaf Maleka in full size. I have since added Petra in full size, and I have since added this one in full size. Anyway, Lattafa's Peace and Love is a very gorgeous fragrance. The opening of Lattafa's Peace and Love, guys, is heavenly. It's luxe. It is a mixture of an almond, a milky sandalwood. The sandalwood is at the base, but I think it actually picks or mixes with the almond almost immediately. They're giving you a lathered, creamy presentation of florals in a fruity backdrop. That is what you get from them, and immediately it asserts itself as a fragrance with depth. You do get those florals in their richness, the tuberose in its richness as well, adding a very nice white floral touch to the mix, and then that nutty almond, and then that milky sandalwood. This, unfortunately, has an element in it that is a little bit sinus inducing to me. That is the only thing I can fault this fragrance personally, but I can see how this particular DNA will have people going crazy over it. It has been likened to Sol Molecule's Dry Venutin, but I don't have that fragrance. I've never put that fragrance to my nose. If at all I do, it will actually be based on this, but with the hope that whatever it is that is triggering my sinuses in this composition does not exist in that other formulation, the original formulation. So that is the only thing I can fault this fragrance for. But otherwise, guys, if you're looking for one of the best Lattafas there on the market, this is certainly going to do that for you. It is a well-made composition. It is a composition that presents everything in its richness, okay? And in as much as I said nutty almond, it doesn't just become about a nuttiness, okay? It's like a tease of a nutty almond, carrying sort of like a creamy tuberose. The woods here not interpreting as dry and woody, but rather on a creamy bed, that sort of thing. And then the vanilla there, and then the florals that keep teasing you there. Though there is the mention of heliotrope and rose, it's mostly going to be the tuberose that's in the lead here. And when it comes to tuberose scented fragrances, guys, some of them can start off as very nice to the nose there, but some of them end up having this shared thing in common where you can get tuberose fatigue, if at all that makes any sense. Examples of that is what happens with Rouge Malachite, what happens with YSL Supreme Bouquet, what happened to me with Mimo Mafa. Okay, those fragrances have those white florals, but they can end up interpreting as all the same, or interpreting as, okay, been there, done that. The initial one, when you purchase it, has that wow factor. But I don't know, there's this thing where if tuberose is done, especially mixing with yellow florals especially, can be a little bit heady, and this is just me talking. I do not get that type of a tuberose in here. However, I still get a headiness that is enough to kind of tickle my nose, the wrong way in terms of what it's doing to my senses, kind of triggering those sinuses. And yes, I am a chronic sufferer of sinuses, so it's not just this one alone. Sometimes with certain fragrances I get that. Something that I was getting and I still get in Casablanca, I'm just saying it so that you do not look at me as isolating just this peace and love. Casablanca has got something in there that kind of triggers my my sinuses. It starts off as a headache, and then it gets into this thingy where then my sinuses are just not happy with what I've smelled, and I, either have a full-on sinus attack, or it just kind of reminds me, don't do this, which is something that I get from this. However, with some DNAs, if I spray them away, from where they would hit my nose directly, then it doesn't happen. So peace and love is certainly a winner. I can see why this fragrance was hyped. I can see why people went crazy about it. And all this mouthful was just to explain to you why I haven't personally added it to my collection, in as much as I feel it is a very good fragrance. I actually like the DNA, except for that irritant part that happens to me. It has also made me want to search for soul molecules, or if I can get maybe a discovery set and then try it out, because this, guys, Lattafa was not joking. This is a very good composition. It's one of the nicely blended ones, and it's also one of the long lasting ones. I remember when I sprayed it, the time I said it triggered the sinuses, I had it on me for a long time. I remember having to change the blouse that I was wearing because the fragrance was doing too much. So kudos to Lattafa for giving us this one. Nice one. The DNA is both sweet, creamy, floral, and luxe. Okay, it kind of gives, like I'm put together type of vibes. This DNA, it's not a flimsy DNA, guys. Absolutely one that you need to try if you haven't. CeeChronicles is my name. Thank you so much for joining me today. Let's meet in the comment section where we discuss more about fragrances. I think in the next video, I'm going to try and compare I'm gonna try and give you a review on the Maison Alhambras that were actually sent to me by Haiji Scent, because I haven't done those, guys, and that's because I was traveling. Remember to turn on post notifications, that way you get to be notified anytime I upload a video. Like and share this one, guys, and remember that smelling good is a form of good manners. Cheers.